Fully, I like knowing the quote. Makes me feel, I don't know, makes me feel like I'm part of it all because you should know that quote, and I do. And I am happy to be here live with you. 8 o'clock Tuesday night, big show tonight. A lot to talk about. And in a few moments, Vicky's going to join me. She is picking up the baby from soccer. I'm not allowed to call her the baby anymore. But she's my baby. Picking her up from soccer. She'll be joining us to say a quick hello at some point, and Vicky will jump in here for a while. It is Tuesday night. I am always happy when you join me here. Remember, if you're joining me on Comics Tale or Vinny Brand or Vinny Brand Stress Factory Comedy Club Bridgeport, please flip over to the Facebook page, Stress Factory, the main Stress Factory page. This way we can see your comments easier and we can reply easier. It's kind of hard to get all of the replies in when we're all over the map. We don't know where everybody is. So those of you who don't know this, there was a major internet outage today. And that internet outage, I predict it'll all come down to the Chinese. The Chinese have hacked us again. That's my guess. And I hope you're back with us. I hope you didn't get hacked. And if you're Chinese, you'll forgive me for saying that I think it was probably the Chinese that did it. But let's face facts. There's all kinds of cyber wars going on. And maybe it was them. That's just my point. I'm looking for the live stream right now. And I don't see it. I don't know why. I'm looking for it on my own Facebook page. I hope you're there joining us. And I hope you're going to comment and send stars and do all those fun things. If I could just find the damn feed on my own page, I would reply to some of you. Patty Boothorn or Derek Stevens, if you are monitoring us today, please do me a favor and get on up there and help us out, because we'd love to see your comments get monitored in real time. Let's take a look here. We're here. We're live, and I'm trying to see my pages here to see if I see it on the actual phone. That's where I see it the easiest, is on my phone. I'll take a look. In any event, so we had a big week last week. We went out to Michigan. We went to Naples, Florida, visited our friends, stayed in a friend's house. And if you're watching, the friend that put us up, God, we love you for that. I mean, we love you for a lot of things, but it was really super generous of you to do that. And also, of course, last week we had the big election. So congratulations to all those people that won. Governor Murphy, John Bramnick, that crazy guy from South Jersey who beat Steve Sweeney, Jerry Scharfenberger, Declan O'Scanlan, and a host of other people whose names I can't remember. Nikki Minja, I think, ran. I don't know who else. Doesn't matter much. But congratulations to all of you who ran. Please do a good job. Please. Is that too much to ask? I don't think it is. Do a good job for us, because, God, we know we need leadership right now. Let's make sure we're live here. I think I am. We should be live. Should be everywhere live right now. We're on Stress Factory Comedy Club. Uh-oh. What the heck? Oh, I see the problem. I see the problem. Okay, hopefully now we are back live. Let's see what happened here. I think we had a problem with the connection, and we are back here live now. Let's see if it's working the way it should. I got to reconnect all these things, which is a little bit of work. I got to reconnect all of these. Sending the data. data, reconnect. I'm reconnecting all my things on Restream. I forgot that we changed some passwords. We had to change some passwords. And when we did that, we actually lost connectivity on Restream. Now, we should be live everywhere now. I think we are. Let's take a look. I hope I am. And I apologize for getting here late. I did not realize that we had a connectivity issue. This is because of the big data breach today. There was an enormous data breach today. And the data breach, I predict it will be the Chinese or the Russians. Somebody hacked us. And so everything was knocked off. Everything was knocked offline. Everything was knocked off. And there was no internet for hours and hours and hours. And now I see that we're here Tuesday night. We are live, a little bit behind schedule, but we had a great show tonight. Vicky's joining us tonight, as usual, on our Tuesday Night Live, as will Cassie Brand drop in for a quick hello. And we had a really, really busy October, and the beginning of November has just been pretty much amazing. Just jamming with a million different projects. If you are joining me on any of the Facebook pages, go to the Stress Factory main page, which is in New Brunswick, Stress Factory main page. That's where we like to see you. I want to say hi to Mary Beth Clark and Sheik Williams, John Mitchell, Todd Harpence as usual, Ron Ginsberg as usual, Corey Hobson as usual. Denise, how are you, Denise? And so now we're here. We're live and we got everything done. So Vicky and I had a very big week. Went out to Naples, Florida. It was a work vacation. We love the concept of opening other venues, and we're looking at Naples. And of course, there's a club there now, so we're going to try and talk to those individuals there. Here comes Vicky now.
Hello.
All kinds of happy.
Hi.
Hey, Vic, how are you?
Good. Hi.
You're great.
Oh, well, I'm a mess.
Why
But
don't you
thank
grab us
you.
a couple cold beers over there?
I am
you
gonna
brought a
get-
bottle opener down. So
I
did
did. I did.
Vicky's an alcoholic on Tuesday nights. And she loves her beer during the live stream. So, and I said earlier, you guys didn't hear this. There's Heineken down there if you like Heineken. In one of the drawers there's a Heineken, I thought.
Oh, there's one.
You drank them all? I'll have a Stella. Anyway, Vicky and I, what the hell was I just saying?
I don't know.
You're confusing me. You're taking so long.
I'm
You having a
sorry.
Coors Light?
Cassie hurt her foot.
Kathy hurt herself?
Cassie hurt her foot, yeah.
What'd you do?
I don't know yet. I just got her set up, and I'm going to hear more about it, but her foot's really bothering her.
So I was telling people that we went down to Florida,
Yep. Naples?
and we love down there, right? I don't know. You want to live there,
Possibly.
huh?
Possibly.
Don't you think it's kind of slow paced in a way?
I think I would like that.
I don't think you would. You say you'd like a slow pace, but I don't believe you. Hi, Phil Menda, Lori Green watching, Mary Beth Clark, Ron Ginsberg.
Mary
Have a beer for
Beth.
you. We will, Ron.
Hi,
Ashley
Ron.
Connolly, Anthony Villa. Now we're going to cover that, Anthony. Don't jump ahead. We are going to cover that story. Now we're in Naples, and we went and saw. First of all, can we tell them where we stayed? Is that possible, or should we not?
I think it's fine.
Yeah. So
I think it's fine. I'm going to get a different beer. This beer's skunked.
it's not skunked.
It's skunked.
It's not skunked. Our beer is good.
It's not good.
Take your skirt off. Get a Stella. So our friends, the Bramnicks, put us up down there. And I don't know if that's fair to say. John was in the midst of a re-election campaign,
Yeah.
which he won. Congratulations
Yeah.
to John
Congratulations, John Bramnick.
Bram. And
He
he
is a-
graciously put us in the house.
Yeah.
And gave us his car.
He was so gracious.
They.
So yes,
They.
were so gracious
Wow,
and so
Vicky's
generous.
sexist.
No.
No, the
You
man gave us his
no,
house.
you were talking
the
about
man.
John. Now his wife Patricia is an amazing artist, and the whole house is decorated beautifully, all with her art. It was really gorgeous stuff.
It's amazing, but I still
Yeah.
think what you did was sexist.
Oh, whatever.
You would be so mad if someone said, I stayed at Vinny's house.
I hear that all the time.
And it
I
pisses,
live it. I live it.
and it pisses you off, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
So, Pat, thank you very much.
Yeah,
I think
thank
you had
you,
more to do with it
Patricia.
than John.
yeah, thank you, Patricia.
But you know what's amazing to me? They were in the middle. It was literally the day before
Yes.
the election. And now John is a senator, which we're very happy.
Yeah, it's amazing.
And congratulations to Phil Murphy
Yes, Phil Murphy.
and a couple other people, Jerry Schroffenberger and
Tony Perry in Middletown.
Tony Perry in Middletown, who looks like a kid.
He is a
If
kid.
Doogie Howser,
He is a kid.
he's a kid. When
a
I
kid.
first saw him outside of, because I do a lot of political stuff in and around town, and when I first saw Tony Perry,
Yeah.
I said, "Oh, I think this kid goes to school with Tabby."
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then,
yeah,
and then I'm talking to him, and he's saying adult-like things,
yeah.
and then I realized, I'm like, "Oh my God, that Tony Perry,
Yeah.
who is the mayor, he won re-election, and Declan O'Scanlan won,
Yeah.
and Steve Sweeney, who we don't know,
We don't know him, but the truck driver one, which
the
is
truck driver
that's
with
an
the
amazing story.
amazing story, unless you're Steve Sweeney. It's a shitty.
Yeah,
That's a
I
shitty
know,
story.
but it is a shitty story if you're Steve Sweeney. But what an underdog situation there.
I don't think he was even underdog. I don't think that he was considered a dog.
Yeah.
I think, but they say Sweeney spent $1 million, and the guy spent 158 and won, which is why I'm considering running against Frank Pallone.
No.
Yes.
No. We don't want to get caught up in politics.
I do.
Just
I
make
do.
people laugh.
No, I do. I want to get caught up in all the things that politicians get caught up in. Why don't you think I'd make a good congressman?
No.
Why? Why do you say that? That's ridiculous. I was an excellent Board of Ed member. I
No.
got things done. I lowered the tax bite on the town, built
Yeah.
turf field,
No.
helped with a great administrative team. I supported the administrative team. I would be an incredible congressman. Why would you say no? Vicky.
You're not a good listener.
You don't think I would get along with AOC?
No. No, I don't.
Tax the rich, huh, bitch? I'm not even rich. And she pisses me off. But I think first of all, do you think I could be Frank Pallone?
You probably could, but I just don't think that is a life for you. Like, I just don't think I don't think it suits you.
What are you talking about? What does that mean?
I think you have a dark sense of humor,
I do.
and I think that might not be a great asset in the political world.
Oh my God. Yes, it would. That's where you need it more than anything.
All right. Well,
You don't think Murphy has a dark sense of humor?
I
Governor Murphy, I should say. Murphy sounds derogatory. Governor Murphy,
I
he's
don't.
a fun sense of humor.
He's a fun sense of humor.
Who's
sure.
funnier than John Bramnick?
John Bramnick is very funny, but John
Who's
Bramnick.
funnier than John Bramnick?
All right, you want me to say you?
Yes, of course. I want you to say me, you jackass.
But John has a different temperament than you. He's really like
Have you ever seen John mad?
no.
That time he killed those kittens.
You've never seen John mad either.
I never see John mad.
Yeah.
But I think John and I have a similar disposition. You think John's nicer than me?
I wouldn't
Why
say.
don't you marry John Bramnick?
I just say different. Anyway, let's get back to Naples.
We were in Naples. It's beautiful.
Yes, it's very, very nice.
I
there.
wish Captain Brian would sell us his club.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to sell it to us. And then, but it was beautiful.
It was beautiful. It was a good time. And then
Old.
older.
Older.
Okay.
We were at a party. We were at a pool. And someone at the pool said, "Oh, we had a party for Bob. It was crazy." And I'm listening to this going, we had 40 of us. We were all here. And then after here, we went to the clubhouse and we didn't get home until 8:30. That was the story. She legitimately said, we didn't get home until 8:30. Listen, I loved it. There's plenty of young people there.
There are.
We saw our nephew, Jack.
Yeah. Jack Brand.
What a bright kid.
Oh my God. So articulate. We had
and
a great
funny.
time.
He would make a great congressman. So we saw our nephew Jack, the Brewers, who we love.
Yeah, we were fortunate and we got to spend quite a bit of time with the Brewers. We had a really good time with them.
Good time with the Brewers, and they are all about family and
Yeah, we had a good time. We had a good time with Jim and Dee, and then we Got to spend some time with the Carusos, David and Kathy Caruso.
David and Kathy Caruso. Oh
yeah,
my God.
and
They took us to dinner at
at the yacht club, the Marco Island Yacht Club.
Marco Island Yacht Club.
And then we went back to their house, and their house is gorgeous.
Their house is beautiful.
Gorgeous.
That's what I'm saying. See, now they're dinks, so they can do that. They're dinks.
They're not dinks.
Oh, you're right. Oh my God, they're not dinks. I'm sorry. Well, now they're dinks. Their kids are grown up. We still have little kids.
Yeah.
We're dopes. We're dopes.
Yeah. So, and then from there, we flew. Did you already talk about this?
I did not.
Okay.
But I do want to talk about how you arranged this particular trip, because this was some whirlwind stuff.
Yes. However, we were supposed to go to Naples over Columbus Day weekend. Cassie was supposed to have Columbus Day off.
Right.
And then Columbus Day got taken away. And then we...
Not by the woke.
No, not by that. It's because we started school late because we had mold in our schools. And top-notch education there.
You know, Columbus discovered mold.
Yeah. So we had to take some days away. So we in our town, the kids have the whole week of last week off. I was going to say the first week of November.
Tell them why. Tell them why.
Okay, so
let me tell you why.
So in our town, in all New Jersey
when
schools,
Vinny was on the Board of Education.
No, but all schools have in New Jersey Thursday and Friday off. But we used to also have Tuesdays off because we do all the voting. All the voting takes place in the schools in our town.
Just so you remember the entire history of it. Tuesdays were never off. We also voted to close the schools on Election Day because it was dangerous. Originally, before I was on the board, you went Monday, Tuesday, half day Wednesday, Thursday, Friday was off for teacher convention.
Right, and then the following Tuesday or Thursday was off for Veterans Day.
For Veterans Day, right. Now, what we did, because Vicky wanted it.
Well, at that time, us and a bunch of other families were all go away for the week.
Wait. No, let me tell you what happened. First of all, I run for the Board of Ed, all right, which Vicky does not want me to do, but I run.
Don't.
And as soon as I win, she goes, okay, here's the list of shit I want done.
You're so full of crap. You're so full of
She
it.
immediately went from, I donated, and now I dictate your policy. If I was a congressman, there'd be all kinds of Vicky laws that we would pass. Now, what happens is I get on the board, and Vicky says, you know, it'd be really better if the kids didn't have school on the entire week, because we could then go to Disney World.
Right, but there was also an issue because so many people all went away that you had to have at least 60% of the school population in the school. And
is that what motivated you, Vicky? I want to ask you a question in front of this audience. Is that what motivated you? Your concern for the pedagogical integrity of our school? Did I say that right?
I don't know.
Listen to me. Let me tell you what happened. All right. Vicky wanted to take the kids to Disney World, and she didn't want her kids to miss 3 days of school for us to go to Disney World for a week, because she needed to have those 3 days so we could take them off and go skiing.
That is true, but that's because you don't like to wait in lines. It's also because you don't like to wait in lines, because we would always go because you couldn't take off. And so we would go at weird times.
I was 100% on board. Yeah. I thought your plan was brilliant. Where I have issue with you is how you feel about it in 2021.
Yeah, I don't like it anymore.
Yeah, okay, because here's what happened. So we do this big thing. Me, Mike Mascone, Chris Avita, a couple other people, and we get the school to close the entire week. And we get that because we say Tuesday's dangerous because people are voting, and no one's going to school on Wednesday, and so it's just better give them the whole week off. And so we get this passed, and Vicky is thrilled. My kids, everyone's thrilled. And then as our two, because you only had two at that point, as they get older, as they get into middle school, and now they're both running very competitively.
Yeah.
And now we're not allowed to go away because they're running in the meet of champions. And instantly, because now that week off makes us go later in June. Vicky's like, well, it's a bunch of bullshit. These schools shouldn't be closed. It's a bunch of crap.
Now I hate it.
And now you hate it.
I do.
But you pushed for it, and we got it done.
Well, now I don't like it.
Now, my question is, if that's what you wanted and I got it done, why do you think I wouldn't be an incredible congressman?
I don't know. But let's get back to
Anybody asking us questions that we should answer? If you have questions, text them.
Todd
send them.
Harpence said hello.
Hi, Todd Harpence.
And he said Vinny for governor. I don't think so, Todd.
Yeah, we got a lot of comments here.
I don't think so.
Yeah, a lot of comments.
I
So
can't.
anyway,
I can't see them all.
so we went to Naples. We spent time with the
shit.
Carusos, the Brewers. Great trip. Now, Vicky's flight plan all week long, it was the kind of flight plan you put in place if you're fleeing the authorities. Okay? So we get to Naples. I'm exhausted. I'm not paying attention because I had to work the night before we left. So I literally slept 4 hours. She flies us in and out of JFK because that's super convenient from Middletown. You can go from Middletown and drive right by Newark International on your way to JFK.
Because there was no good flights out of the issue.
Good meaning the time you wanted.
Yes, but the time and how right now some of the flights are crazy expensive.
They are. These people are charging a lot of money.
Yeah. So I needed the return flight home at a certain time for Cassie's soccer game.
Right.
So that's why we did a round trip out of JFK.
So Vicky packs our vacation week into the following parameters. All right, you're going to work Monday night and get home at 1 a.m. You're going to sleep exactly 3 hours. I'm going to pack your stuff, but I'm not going to do a good job. And you're going to have to finish that job first thing in the morning. And then we're going to drag poor Patty out of bed and make her drive us to JFK.
I wanted to park her own car. You were the one that said, oh, it's a bad idea, bad idea, bad idea. And Patty said, I'll drive you guys. So
And I jumped on that.
yeah. So Patty too worked and drove us, dropped us off.
We were 45 minutes late for our own leaving time.
Yes.
Wait, so Patty was ready at 5:45.
Yeah.
And we got there at 6:30.
Yeah, 6:30.
So we drive like maniac to JFK, get to Naples, have 7 hours,
Right.
spend 2 days in Naples, and then fly out of Naples to Michigan. Vicky has booked the super convenient time of 5:45 a.m. Right?
It was gonna be a little later than that. Yeah, but because I
Here's how
wanted.
early the flight was. We had a call from the captain on that plane and said, "Are you three assholes really going to do this? Because you're the only ones going to be on the goddamn plane."
No, but then I moved us. I banked that and put us on a Spirit.
Spirit Airlines.
So because I realized that I was gonna have to get up at like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning because we were staying at the Bramnick's house, and I couldn't have Patricia come back to her house, so I had to get up and clean and do all the laundry.
Yeah, we had to get all the blood stains out of the rugs.
Stop. So I moved our flight back a little. I still got up at 5 to clean and do all the laundry and everything else.
You did.
And then we flew into Michigan. And
On Spirit, which, by the way,
Yeah, not so
people
bad.
rail on Spirit Airlines.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to tell you a couple quick things. First of all, our flight went pretty easy.
yeah.
But I think Spirit Airlines should completely eliminate what they call the flip down tray because it is cartoonishly small.
It is cartoonishly small. Yeah.
It's literally the size of an iPhone.
yeah.
So we
Yeah.
flew Spirit. We get into Michigan on Friday around, I don't know, 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, whatever it is. Late, right?
No, it was 4 o'clock.
4 o'clock?
It was 4 o'clock.
Right.
And, and our kids live on either sides of Ann Arbor. And with the traffic for Parents Weekend, it took a half hour to pick up one kid and then a half hour to go meet the other kid. And
Not really.
yeah, it did.
I did not experience that.
I was driving the whole time. So, but then we
I
had
drove a couple of those trips.
no, you didn't. So we had a little snafu.
No, a big snafu.
We're
Big
gonna say.
snafu.
So-
Not a little snafu. A gigantic, big, I can't believe it, snafu.
Okay, so we booked our hotel back in September, but Maddie's freshman year.
Everybody else that's going home for Parents Weekend, they booked their hotel in September too of the previous year. So you went to book.
But I went to book. Everything was sold out. However, every time we go there, we always stay at the Sheraton.
Sheridan?
I'm putting it.
You're drinking
Sheridan.
Coors Light, for Christ's sake.
I'm
We
tired.
stay at the Sheridan. I gotta tell you something right now. They have free Wi-Fi.
Fuck you. So anyway, so we always stay at the Sheridan, and I forgot that we couldn't get into the Sheridan.
Right. We
so
drive to Sheridan, and I'm like, oh, this place is nice. It's a nice Sheridan.
it is.
It's a nice Sheraton. In fact, it's so nice. They may make it a Sheraton one day. But anyway, it's a nice one. So I'm like, this is exciting. And they got a coffee in the
Yeah.
room. They give you a Starbucks in the room. I always raid the maid card. I take dozens more packages. We don't pay for coffee for a month after we get home.
So anyway, so we roll up. Cassie and I go inside, and I give my name, and they go, and first we walk in, and for the first time ever, because we've been staying there literally every time we go, and Maddie was racing a lot, so we went a lot. We've gone to Michigan a lot. And we roll in, and there's a beautiful buffet set out for all the parents with balloons, and it's just so festive for Parents Weekend. And I said to myself, oh my God, this is going to be so much fun. We're going to mingle with all these other parents. We're going to have a good time. This is going to be great. And particularly because it's Maddie's senior year and Tabby's freshman year. And we haven't been to Parents Weekend since Maddie's freshman year because last year was canceled because of COVID, and the year before she was racing.
That's the longest sentence in the history of sentences. But go ahead.
You know what, motherfucker? So anyway.
Hard to believe you're the one with the master's.
Yeah. So we go in, I give my name, and they say to me, hi, you sure? And then it hits me. It dawns on me. I said, oh my God, I'm so embarrassed. I'm so sorry. You're right. We don't have this reservation. I said, we are somewhere else. We get in the car, and I look in my travel folder, and it says the Days Inn.
And I immediately go, Days Inn?
Right.
Days Inn? We're staying at a Days Inn?
Right. But I said the reviews are great. It's going to be a good time. It's clean. It's whatever.
And by the way, let's not look down our nose. There are people on this Zoom that probably stayed at Days Inn. And I've stayed at Days Inns.
Right.
I stayed at Days Inn when I toured one of the campuses, and it was a brand new, it was beautiful.
Right. So
I could be lying to save your feelings. I don't know.
So we drive, and again, Ann Arbor's ginormous. So it took us 15 to 20 minutes to get to the Days Inn.
Which is important because at that moment, at the Days Inn, important things are happening. Go ahead.
Yeah, so we roll up, and Vinny immediately says...
And roll up is the appropriate phrase for this particular Days Inn.
Right, so we pull up, and it's got like an arch, almost like a McDonald's arch.
Yeah.
And it's really dilapidated.
And the Y and the S, they're not working. So it's just the inn. It's the inn.
And then Vinny says to
Not
me...
the Days Inn. We're staying at the inn.
So Vinny goes, Vicky, all of Ann Arbor's sold out, and there's 4 cars in the parking lot.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, it's going to be great. It's going to be great. It's going to be great.
3 of them were stolen.
So Cassie and I go in, and the smell of marijuana and Febreze is overwhelming.
Yeah, which is a smell you're going to get more and more used to.
And so I was like, oh, okay, all right. Like, all right, in Michigan it is legal to smoke marijuana. So I was like, okay.
Now I'm in the car. I'm in the parked car, and I can't be annoyed because I'm too busy looking around because I'm about to get jacked. I'm sure I'm going to get jacked, and I can see the curtains on the window are all yellowed. Like I mean yellowed. They were white at one point, 1958, and then I could see through some of the curtains that people are living in these hotel rooms.
Right, they're living. So I go to give him my credit card, and it's 100% plexiglass from the bottom to the top. And at first I thought, that must be a COVID procedure.
Bulletproof.
And
plexiglass.
There's a little slit for
It's this
your
high.
Yeah.
It was a half-inch high.
Yeah, for your credit card. And I thought, it's a little
Half
different.
inch is the maximum a bullet can't.
Yeah, so it's a little different than the Sheridan because the Sheridan only has like, a little thing that they added during COVID. So I said, well, maybe it's COVID procedure. I don't know. So I'm trying to be positive. And I go out and I get Vinny and I say, we got to drive around.
And I immediately say, we're not staying here. I go, we're not staying here. I guarantee you, I'm not staying here. Go ahead.
So I'm fumbling with the key. You know how like when you're at a hotel and you drive around and you got to put the key in to open the door?
The security, you have to show your room key to a little fob thing. Fob.
Yeah.
And that opens the door. Go ahead.
Right. So Vinny goes, you don't need that. He just opens the door. I said, uh-oh.
Because while there is one of those things there, it's not operating. You can see it's not operating. The door is just ajar.
Right. So we walk in and there's a horrible smell permeating the hallways. Horrible. It's dirty, it's musty, and it's uber, like, eerily quiet.
Eerily quiet. And they're shooting an episode of CSI Ann Arbor, except there's no cameras. It's just an actual murder investigation. I made that up, but
Yeah.
go ahead.
So I said, I'm so like, oh, it's going to be good, Vinny. It's good. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. And so we open the door, and the smell is so horrific that Cassie and I have to bolt right back out.
Okay, first of all, right before we open the door, Vicky goes, it's just for 2 nights. It'll be fine. And I'm like, this isn't fine. And she puts the key in the door, and she opens the door, and she goes, I'm like, oh boy, it's in her throat.
Oh, yeah. The smell was, I don't even know what that smell was.
Oh,
And so then you checked out the tub.
I look in the tub, and the tub drain is just rusted out, completely rusted out. So I'm like, that's it. We're done. Wrap this up. And I go to the front desk.
And meanwhile, at the one other door, like the glass is all shattered.
Yeah.
And there's a guy in the back of in the parking lot.
It's selling drugs.
Totally tinted windows, idling his car. It is scary beyond scary. So we go out, and Vinny first says to me, all right, Vicky, you go try to get our money back. And if you have a hard time, I'll go in. I'm like, no, you'll go in from the get-go. I'm not going in.
And now, when I get in there, I find out why Vicky wanted me to go in first. Because the guy behind the counter just shot 10 episodes of Scared Straight. Okay? I'm like, holy shit. No uniform, no nothing. He's nasty. He's like, you ain't getting one night back. I'm like, yes, I am. And now we have to fight that on a credit card.
Yeah,
right?
we have to fight that on our credit card.
So then she manages to book us into another room. And listen, Vicky takes these things hard. She's crying. She's upset. And I'm trying to comfort her by saying things like, you really screwed the pooch on this one.
Well, we also have to call our daughters and say, like, listen, if we can't get a hotel room, one of us is going to have to sleep with, I was going to sleep at Maddie's and with Maddie in her room. And then Tabitha has an extra room because her roommate moved out in her dorm.
That sounds so bad for Tabby.
No. It's not that. She has a suite in her dorm. And as it worked out, it's supposed to be 4. There's only 2 of them. And so I said, all right, Dad and Cassie will have to. But I'm thinking, like, what if the RA finds them? Like, what? So anyway, long story short, we end up booking another room that overlooks an indoor pool, and it was dated like 1970, but it was clean. It was fine.
Clean, it was fine. There's a lot of people there. Vicky says, oh, there's really nice people here. And she sees a woman in the lobby. She goes, hi, how are you? And the woman goes, I'm very good. Do you have $5?
Yes, but in her defense, if I was homeless, I would go there too because they gave a free breakfast out.
Andy Vera said, it's the smell of poor planning.
So, but in that woman's defense, they did give a free breakfast out, and it was warm, and it was clean.
Phil wants us to share a screenshot of the reviews. All right, now, I have not looked at the reviews.
I did. I looked at them. I read them, and the pictures must be very old. I always look at the reviews.
Maybe it was a cached memory. Yeah, Denise said, I stayed the day once in Miami. That was of her. Terry Milligan. Okay, she's watching. All right, so anyway, hi, Marlene Beaver's watching.
Yeah.
So now we stay at this other hotel, and it's fine. It was actually very nice. But the bigger part of this entire story is that we get to go to the Parents' Weekend home game in a year when Michigan is a top 10 NCAA powerhouse.
Yeah.
And they're going to play every game now is important. It's all for whether or not they make the CFP, college football playoff.
Yeah.
And Vicky has bought 6 seats for the family because she thought at one point We'd have another person come along.
Yeah, we did. However, though, Michigan has it set up that you can only buy 4 seats for your family unless you're divorced. If you're divorced, you can buy 4 seats for one set and 4 seats for the other. So the day that the tickets went on sale, I said to Vinny, dude, we're divorced.
And I'll tell you what I did. She said we're divorced. I immediately snagged a girlfriend. And I'll tell you right now.
So and then I had to have my children go pick up the tickets. So I had to prep them. And I said, girls, you each have to pick up a set. I didn't know how it was going to happen. So I put you down for one set. I put you down for the other set. And you have to pretend that Dad and I are divorced.
Right.
And so
which isn't hard at all.
My
because
kids,
the whole hotel thing is still fresh in my memory, and I feel like I divorced. I feel like there should be a divorce.
well, my kids had a great time with it. I don't know if you heard what they were saying.
No.
Tabby's going, oh, Dad's bringing the new family, and Dad's bringing his new girlfriend. And then the woman goes, oh, well, you can totally do the dine with your student at different times. Like that, like doing like a wink.
I
so
think
it
we all
won't
know
be
that
awkward.
my girlfriend would be smoking hot, just like you. Just like you.
Yeah.
So go ahead and divorce me, wench, because there's one on the bench.
Right. So I mean,
made that up.
I know that was wow. So I said, you know what? If we were divorced, we wouldn't have to leave a family member at home. And also, we have 2 kids that go there, so I feel that we should be able to get to have the whole family. That's not
Well, you
fair.
know what the whole thing is, Vicky, that there are 63,000 other students, and they all feel the same way.
Yes, but Madison is her own individual student, and Tabitha is her own individual student. It just so happens we're parents to both. Because, yes.
I know. There are times when I hear you lay out logic, and I say to myself, what the fuck is she talking about?
No, because if she had different parents, if one of them had different parents, it would be another set of 4. So we didn't mess up the math at all by pretending we were divorced.
Yeah, we did. We pretended we
didn't.
were divorced. Yes, we lied. We lied. And I wanted
It's
to do this
fine.
for tax purposes, and you wouldn't.
No, Cassie was a little upset. She was like, I don't think it's funny that you guys are pretending to be divorced.
Tabby or Cassie?
Cassie.
Yeah, of
which
course.
made it even funnier all weekend.
And in our fake,
I pretended to.
tell them what Cassie said. What
What?
Cassie said. In our fake divorce, I want to live with Dad.
She never said that.
She said that.
No, she never said that. That's don't even go there. No.
We're going to
No.
get a real divorce over our fake divorce joke. So
No.
anyway, Vicky buys these tickets, and she gets great seats. We're 9 rows off the field.
Yeah.
We're in the end zone, but they're great seats. And it was supposed to be really cold, and it wasn't cold. It
It was a
wasn't.
beautiful day.
It was beautiful. And they set a Michigan Stadium, that's the big house, record 109,980 fully vaccinated people jammed in to see this football game. Now, in the comment section here, Anthony, you're not allowed to play. I want you all to guess how many actual minutes of football Vicky stayed for. Now, before you guess, if you've been a fan of this Tuesday night, you know that Vicky does not like to stay for the entire game. You also know that I have been increasingly frustrated with Vicky's sporting activities because Vicky does not stay for shit. That costs a lot of money. Now, going to the stadium, she brought us caps. You brought new clothes for warmth.
Well, okay.
Even though it was beautiful at 70 degrees.
So I took the kids out shopping. They have a store called MDem there, and it's all Michigan gear, and it's super
You can't
expensive.
drink Emden.
I said that, dude.
I think you said.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
No, I didn't. I will beat you. I will beat you up right now.
Yes, they're called Emden.
So anyway, I did take the kids out and bought them all new outfits for the festivities. However, that was more for the parties beforehand.
For the party beforehand.
Yes.
And I'm going to show you what the party beforehand was. So now, just to give you a little background. So the kids both go there, and it's parents' weekend, and we get invited. No. Let me tell you what happened. Vicky says to me, I'm going to go to a frat party with the girls, and you can stay with Cassie. And I'm like, why don't you pump the brakes, Cougar Fest? Okay, because you're not going to a frat party without me. That's not happening. What do you mean you're going to a frat party without me?
Because Tabitha wanted me to meet all of the other mothers.
Yeah,
And-
because all the mothers and all the daughters are going to go cougar up Delta Chi.
No. So the night before, all the mothers and the daughters went out. But Tabitha, being the people pleaser that she is, didn't say a word to us because she ended up watching Cassie while we met with an owner of the Ann Arbor Comedy Club. Like, we went out and met with him, and we couldn't bring Cassie. And Tabitha is so always eager to please, always so agreeable.
Good
She
kid.
didn't say
All
a
our kids are like that, by the way.
word. Right, but she was so good.
You're getting comments. You go, girl. Here's one from the guy at the frat house. I miss you, Vicky. Here's my digits. You haven't called yet.
So anyway, so Tabitha wants me to meet all of her friends' moms, and they're all going to the frat. So Tabitha,
Here's a photo of us at the actual frat. It's a gorgeous day. Here we are at the frat party, just having a blast. I'm kind of dancing. I'm getting into it.
Right.
But initially, I was not going to be invited to the frat house. I had to lay the law down and
Right.
say, no, I'm going to the frat house. Now, at the frat house,
well, first when we're going in, so it's Tabitha.
Oh, yeah.
Tabitha's already inside the frat, and she texts us, "Hey, I don't know if this is a place for Cassie," and I said, "No, we're coming." You know,
No. Tabby said it may not be the right environment for Cassie. And Vicky said, oh, that's okay. I'll leave Cassie with the asshole.
No, I did not say that. You're so full of it. We were already walking there. We had already been at Maddie's having a couple drinks. And so I said, no, we're all going to go. Because when you have children that have big age differences, you have to make sure that you're doing things that are right for the younger ones and for the older ones.
Especially because at this point in time, don't forget, we're a blended family. We're divorced.
But, okay, all right.
We're divorced.
So anyway, so I said, no. Tabby wants us to meet these other parents. We're going. It means something to Tabby. So we roll up, and there's, a young kid at the door, and he is the gatekeeper to the party.
And he's turning people away left and right.
Turning people away. Maddie rolls up.
And it's packed. It is mob scene.
Mob scene.
Yeah.
And Maddie rolls up, and he goes, you're in. And she goes, well, they're all with me. And
Because Maddie's gorgeous.
so
And Tabby's gorgeous, but Maddie has been there for 3 years, and she knows how to just,
she has like a confidence about how to get into a party.
yeah.
So we were walking in, and he spots Cassie.
This is the picture, by the way, you're seeing now. The picture of us at the party. Maddie is hoisting up a wine or champagne type thing. This is this in the background. There is Tabby's friend
Joe.
Joe.
Yeah.
There's Tabby on the left. There's Vicky right there giving some type of gang symbol with her hand.
I'm not.
That's Cassie's hand.
That's Cassie's hand.
And there's Cassie wedged protectively behind us because all around us are drunk adults.
Right. So the kid, we're walking in, and the kid spots Cassie and says, hey, you look a little young for this. And then we say, nah, she's fine. She's fine. She's fine.
Yeah, she's fine.
And so we have Cassie at her first frat party dancing up on a platform.
And I have to tell you, that was a fun frat
That
party.
was a fun party. It was outside. It was a gorgeous day.
Yeah.
It was super fun.
And I gotta tell you, I don't know if you know this or not, but so I was the social chairman of my frat.
Right.
And that brought back a lot of very positive memories for me of having those great parties.
Yeah.
And the only thing I will say is that because Rutgers didn't have as good a football team,
Right.
we had better parties.
Right.
Because our parties went all night long. This party's going to 7 o'clock,
Yeah, and then everyone's going to the game.
and then everybody's gonna get in. Now, we walk over, and walking the stadium is just an amazing event. It really is an amazing event. And they move people faster than anybody you could imagine. And we get to the stadium. Here's a shot of us in Michigan Stadium. Now, next to Maddie, who's got her cute little earmuffs on. And behind us, you see Vicky, Cassie, and my Tabby. Now, this is at 109,000 980 people in the stadium. It is an attendance record. Now, I'm going to look at some of your guesses on what Vicky stayed in terms of time. And yes, I was Frank the Tank. Okay. Vicky does look like a student. Take it easy, Roger. Let's see what else. So we have one guess from Tom, Pink Dragon Tom, guessed 6 minutes. Anybody at Bob Mirror guessed 6 minutes? Roger Gallo, 8 minutes. Any other guesses? If anyone gets this other than Anthony Villa, I will give you 4 tickets, dinner, drinks, show, everything, if you can get it. Denise said 27 minutes. You're on crack, Denise. Lori Green, she stayed the whole game. Lori.
Lori
Okay,
needs to
I'm
spend some
gonna
more
close
time
the
with
guesses.
me.
Anybody else with a guess before we go, except you, Anthony Villa? Anybody else? Todd Hartpence, 24 minutes. All right, everybody, I'm going to reveal the answer right now. Any other guesses real quick before we go? I'll give you one more shot at a guess. I'll look. You're playing for 4 ticket dinner, drinks, the whole 9 yards. Dave, I can never say his name. Iacovone.
Yeah.
Dave, you are so close. Phil Manza, 15 minutes. Okay, everybody, I'm closing the guesses. Vicky stayed at the game for 2 minutes and 39 seconds of actual football.
It was 2 minutes and 54 seconds.
2 minutes and 54 seconds.
Don't you
because
discount
those
those.
15 seconds make this story not that good. I'm such an exaggerator at 2:39. You can't get to the him. He's full of shit. I couldn't even believe it. And that set another record. So they set the attendance record and the fastest any fan has left Michigan Stadium.
Well, so here's what it was. It was twofold why we left. One, Cassandra will not wear pants. She won't. She'll only wear shorts.
Yeah, thank God you cleared that up.
No. She will only wear shorts. So even though I had her in a sweater and a jacket, she won't wear shorts. And Tabitha,
She won't wear pants.
right, I'm sorry. She'll only wear shorts. And Tabitha she didn't want to bundle up because she had a cute outfit on for the party.
Yeah.
And-
so Tabby looked adorable.
Yeah.
Maddie had on pajama bottoms because Maddie is going to leave that stadium and get a good night's sleep.
Yeah. So Maddie bought Michigan pajama bottoms and a Michigan jacket, and she has her earmuffs on. So she was fine. But the other 2 girls were cold. Then the woman in front of me would not sit down. And I just didn't have any patience for it.
For 2 minutes and 54 seconds, she just wouldn't sit down. I gave her almost 3 minutes to make a decision.
It was
3
annoying.
minutes? Hey, you, aren't your legs tired? Because I can't look at the back of your head anymore.
No,
I'm
because
going home. I'm going home. This has been going on for almost 3 minutes. It's ridiculous. Down in front.
she was row
You
7.
ruined it. I was going to stay for 5 minutes, but you ruined it. I hope you're happy.
She was row
I
7.
spent $1,000 on tickets to watch 5 minutes of football, and you just ruined it.
She had row 7. There's no reason to stand at row 7.
Huh?
She was 2 rows in front of me. She had no reason to stand.
Oh my God, the people in front of her were probably standing.
No,
you know
they
why they
weren't.
stand at a game? Because it's exciting.
No, it's annoying. They were yelling, down in front, down in front.
Everyone yelled down in front. Vicky said, I'm leaving. I hope you're happy. And they were happy.
No, the kids were uncomfortable.
Two of the
And
kids were uncomfortable.
The 2 of the kids were uncomfortable. And
Now, my Maddie girl
yeah, she said,
stayed for almost, I think, the whole half.
right. And then she left and she texted me when she got home. Yeah.
She left and went home. So now I'm at Michigan Stadium, and I've got a whole bench to my left that's wide open.
Yeah.
But they're my tickets.
Yeah.
And I ain't letting anyone sit there.
No. Mm-mm.
I might lay down.
Yeah.
No, actually, I didn't care who joined us. But I did meet the people behind us. And at 109,000, at this point, 109,976 people. No, 976. Yeah,
It doesn't matter.
because only 4 left. And I just said, you have kids here. And it works out that they have a freshman, and that freshman is friends with Tabby, which is
And they live in the same dorm. Yeah. which is
amazing coincidence.
Yeah.
And the game was great.
Yeah.
And when Vicky left, you're sitting there, you're by yourself, and people ask you questions, and I'm like, I'm divorced. And I got 4 cheerleaders numbers.
Okay.
They're all guys, but I got 4.
Yeah.
So we had a great time, and then we had to get up the next morning super early and fly home. And now we're home,
Yes.
and we don't get to go out there again for a while.
No.
But we are looking forward to this week when Michigan beats Penn State. And then I forget who they play in between them and Ohio State, but poor Lori Green.
Yeah.
Poor Lori Green. So that was our week. It was a whirlwind week.
It was
I'm
a
going to show you a
whirlwind
couple
week.
other pictures of things. This is a new segment here. I showed you the picture of that. I showed you that. This is something that we talked about last week. I'm just going to go back to it real quick because I love the guy. So last week I told you that Murr played our club in Bridgeport, and we want to get him to New Brunswick as well. What I didn't tell you is, or I may tell you, I may have told you, Joe Gatto stopped in.
Yeah. It was awesome.
These guys are the best
Yeah.
friends. It is amazing. They are together now longer than the Beatles. And all 4 of them are like this, but it's a fun thing that Joe stopped in. And I don't know if I told you this or not, but Murr goes out and meets people outside. This is a shot outside the club
Yeah.
of Murr meeting the entire audience before the show, which I think is great. Now,
Right.
the new segment I didn't tell you about, Vicky, is find yourself in the photo.
I see you.
Now, what I said is, okay, we need more of our people to watch and interact with us. So here's the photo that we took a couple weeks ago at the club. This was at the Rob Schneider show.
Right.
If you're in this photo and you can identify yourself, or you know someone in the photo, and you send me an email, we will give you, what, tickets?
Yeah.
Tickets, show, whatever. We'll give you something, great swag.
Yeah.
There's a great story behind this photo, but I'm not going to tell it now. It's another time for another. It's a story rather for another time. This has been a lot of fun tonight, Vicky. I really enjoyed doing this tonight with you.
Yeah, it was a good time. So one of the things that we want to do going forward is to bring on guests.
Yeah.
So if you guys have any suggestions of who you'd like to see on, any comics, anybody like John Bramnick or
Hey, my sister Michelle is tuning in.
oh hello
Hey,
Michelle, just let us know and we will try to get them on. And I am actually going to go now because Cassie has to go do her homework because she just got home from soccer.
Yeah,
So-
we got to do that. And I'm going to go too because
Yeah.
it's been a long broadcast.
Yeah.
But I do want to read a couple of these comments to you. So here we go. So Lori Green, you guys can't be football fans. Lori, I am a football fan. And when I met Vicky, I was a football fan.
I didn't know that, Lori. I had no idea Vinny was a football fan. We were 13 years into the relationship. I'll never forget it. And we were in the living room, and he said, I think I'm going to watch football. And I said, I'm going to watch the game. And I said, what? You don't like football? And he goes, I love football. And I go, no, you don't. You never watch it.
And she said it like I was caught doing something.
Yeah.
No, you don't. You don't like football.
And he said, yeah, I love football. And I said, Vinny, you have never watched a game. And he said, because we're always working.
Always working.
Always working. And I felt so duped. And I didn't know. I didn't know.
Let me tell you, I feel duped. So you have promised repetitively to get into football.
I'm trying.
Now, I recorded the Michigan State-Michigan game.
Mm-hmm.
And I watched the game live. And I was rewatching because they got screwed, which the Big Ten finally admitted.
Sure.
And I'm rewatching the game on Monday. And Vicky goes, Are you watching the same game? Because it was late at night. And I go, no, I'm watching the Michigan State game. And she goes, oh, I thought they already played. I go, they played twice. They're playing another game. She goes, oh, that's fun. I'm like, Vicky, you are not a football fan. You're not. But the other thing that happened was so funny. It's worth telling the story. Vicky went to bed one night, 9:30 on a Monday night. We had a hellacious, hard week. And so Vicky's tired, but I'm not tired. And I very rarely drink. And I mean, I have a beer here in the live stream. But I'm by myself. I'm watching football. It's Monday night. And something in my head said, why don't you do what men do and crack open a beer? So I opened up a Coors Light, and I'm sitting there watching the game. And for whatever reason, Vicky comes back downstairs, and she goes, what are you doing? I go, I'm watching
It's
the
like
game.
you're having a little party in the basement.
She goes, I go, I'm watching the game. She goes, are you drinking a beer? I go, yeah. She goes, what's going on?
Well, I just when you go off your routine, it throws me for a loop. That's all.
Yeah, off your routine. Like, I'm going to a frat party with the girls. That's a routine that we have.
That was a good time.
Listen, we had a great time with you tonight. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah.
Next Tuesday night, we'll be here again live.
Yeah. So seriously, anybody that you have thoughts that you would like to see, please drop us a line, and we will see if we can't get them. And we will definitely see you on Thursday, Todd. Is it next Thursday?
Couple quick people have to say hi to. James Anastas
James
tuned in.
Anastas, hello.
Ron Ginsberg said goodnight. Lynn Fallon is watching. Todd Hartman said goodnight. A couple guesses that were close. Leanne Turner. Phil Manta said, don't think of it as 1K for 2 minutes and 50 seconds. Think of it as 1K for 170 minutes.
I like that.
I like that too.
I like that.
And then we had a couple guesses that were close. Where were they? I found them up here a little bit ago.
Yeah.
Is the divorce over yet? Yes, Roger. The divorce is over. Dave Sherman. Lee guessed 4 minutes. That's pretty close.
Lee, you're close. You were so close, Lee.
I think we should give Lee tickets.
I do. Lee, you have 4 tickets. Give us
4
a call.
tickets, but we're not doing the food and drinks because he didn't get it.
It was a minute off.
He's a minute and 13 seconds off or whatever.
But you get 4 tickets, Lee. Call us tomorrow, and we'll arrange that.
Dave said 5 minutes, pretty close.
Yeah, it is
let's give him some tickets too. I want to give Jan Derricks tickets for dinner, drinks, and
Jan,
everything. And I'm going to tell you why.
come down. Yeah.
Jan gets everything. Dinner, drinks, show, everything. You know why? I want to give it to her.
Why?
Because Jan will never make that trip. Jan, it's safe to give you that. She's watching from Boston. Jan, you come down this week, you get everything's on the house. I love you guys. Please share the video. By the way, follow Vinny_brand on Twitter and Instagram. Love to all of you. Thanks for joining us. We will see you next Tuesday night live with more updates.
Good night.
Good night, all.